Hello folks, welcome to Doing a Tech channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create a product details page or product view page. Last tutorial we created this product listing site or application, and today, just as I mentioned, we'll continue to create a single product view or product details page. So for example, let's just navigate to this product here, and this should be redirecting you to this page where you can see the product image and you can select different colors for this same product, and also you can select different sizes for a similar product, and you can select a quantity, for example 4, and then at the end, so you can add this to the basket, and we don't do that in this tutorial, so this will be next tutorial how we can add this product to basket. So basically today, simply just let's navigate back to main page here. We'll try add, for example, this product or navigate to product details page, and then where you can see multiple options. You can select a product size, and also you can select a product color, and also you can select a product quantity. So that's what we are going to build today. So let's just start directly to do coding. And before go to coding, so I would recommend try first to go and watch the previous tutorial if you didn't, so then try to follow us here, and if you didn't subscribe until now, try subscribe to the channel, and so you can get all new videos and tutorials when I upload them. And also if you need to get access to this code source, basically this will be on the GitHub account. So basically just go to my GitHub here. So this is one branch, and then has one repository but has a specific branch. Basically if you go to this Stripe tutorials, and then from here change from main to product details page, this is where you can see the code for the tutorial. So let's just start directly to do coding. I just navigated to the code source from last tutorial. So this is the server side and this is the client side. On the client, just try run npm start. On server, try to run npm run develop, so that we need to do one single change on server side, and most of the work will be on client. And then here we'll open this, we'll automatically navigate to this tab here on your browser, so you can log in, developing locally, so you don't access this if you see the credential. And after login, then you go to content manager. So as you see, we have categories, and we have products or list of products that from last tutorial. And here, if we come to the side on the client, we can see list of product. If I clicked on any one of these, will not redirect to a new page. That's what we need to do today to create a single product details page. So let's go back and to open the code. So let me open a new tab here, and then to navigate to right directory where I have this code, and then just open it on VS Code. So that now we have the VS Code, and I'm going to collapse all these open files, and then start from this app.js component. So in app here, we need to do just simple change. Basically, if you see in last tutorial, we have this custom navbar here on home. So because now we'll allow to access this home page, even if you didn't log in, we need to move this custom navbar to app component. Let's just come back to app here, and inside app, after container, let's add this custom navbar and then try import it. Let's just duplicate any one of these component and call it with a similar name here. So that's the navbar should be everything still as it, so it shouldn't change anything. And now we move the custom navbar. Let's just add a new route for a single product page. Let's just duplicate this, and this will be /product details. Then /comma or colon ID, so that you can redirect to specific page, and the component is going to be called product view. So we didn't create the component yet, but I'm going to create it. Let me just duplicate this here and call it with the same name, product view. Let's go here inside component, create a new directory, call it product view, and inside let's create index.js. And here where we are going to create the component, let's just create any simple component, save. And now if you go to the browser and do, for example, /product details, and then add any ID and then hit enter, so it redirect you to product page, but so at the moment doesn't include anything, just this index text. And now next we need to build or update this page. So before updating this page, let's just do a simple change here again on home page. So we need to wrap this product component with a link. So when you click on the component, then, or when you click on the image of that product, should redirect you to page. So for example, when you click on any one of this product image, then it should redirect you to product details page. And how to do that? Let's just import link component from React router, and then just close this. And in between, let's add this component. And this link, it has a props called to, and this should go to the directory of product details and then / product ID. So that now we added the correct path. And now if we go to the browser here, we should see even the title change to look like a link if I press on this. So that now is redirect me to correct product details with the correct ID. So next now we need to pull this data down and then try display it here. Let's go back and go back to the code here. And inside this product view, let's create a new file, call it use product or use product view. So this is just a custom hook here where we'll try just make a communication with the API to get all products data, and then pass that down to product view index file. First, let's just import Axios, React, and use params. So that now we imported these 3 libraries, and now let's just try to export the custom hook we are going to create called use product view. So inside here, let's get access to the ID on the browser. As you see, this ID, for example, if I navigate here, we need to access to this ID. We can use this use param from React router DOM, so it will allow us to access this by using that equal use param. And then here we can access the ID, and you can override the name of this to call it product ID. So now also let's create a state for a product, initial state. And this initial state basically will be just empty curly braces. And let's create another initial state for selected color. And this for now will be just empty string. Next, initiated state for selected size. And the initial state basically will be also empty string for an initial selected size. And last state we need to initiate, which is selected quantity. And initial quantity basically it would be 1, and this will be initial state for quantity. And next we need to, let's just create a handler to update this quantity when you call this function, and call it handle quantity change. So this function will expect an event, and this event has a target, and inside this target we'll have a value that what we are interested in. So to update quantity, basically we'll call just this set quantity inside here, and then we'll pass a value to that to update that quantity state. Next, let's create a function for to get the image. So basically the product will have the data for the image, but we need to create a function to filter exactly what data we need from that product data. So let's just create a function called getImage. So this function will expect a param called color, and inside here let's destructure attributes from product. So then this product attribute including the image data. So let's just create a variable, call it image, and then this image will equal to attribute dot images. So attribute will have images, and then images will have a data, and then we can use find this data as an array. We can use find to find a specific image that related to the color we just passing down, and find we can use a callback function here. So we'll try just use image, so this image, and dot attribute or attributes dot URL or dot name, so this image name. If this image name includes color, the color that we passing here, then try return this image. So now we can at the end here, at the end of this function return, we can return the image attribute. So this variable here will return an object of all image data. So we don't need all that object, we need only the URL. So basically will be image.attributes.url. If the images exist, return it, otherwise just try to return empty string. So next, before calling this getImage function, we need to update this initial selected color and initial selected size by using useEffect. And inside useEffect, we can update these two states. So only when the component is mounted, so that by adding this empty square bracket, that means call this function only when is component mounted, or we can pass some dependencies. When these dependencies change or updated, then try call it again. So first we need to make sure product data is exist by doing this condition. If product and product.attributes, that means if product it exists, then let's try destructuring attributes from product, and inside here then we'll call set selector select color. This function here says select color, and then so basically we can access the color inside this attribute or attributes dot colors. And then that will be an array. Let's just get the first color inside that array. And similar, we can do this for set size or select size function. So now this will, as you see, that is giving warning. We need to add some dependencies. So I'm using this linting will show me the errors. So let's add these dependencies. So basically we need to add these two functions. We're just calling them here. And also we need to add this product because it's relying on product change. So as this is now the error is disappeared. So this will basically update the initial state for selected color and selected size when the component is mounted and when getting this data from the API. So next, we need to create fetch categories or functions, call it just fetch categories. So inside here, because we are going to make a call to API and it is a synchronous call, we are going to use async await, and then also we are going to use try catch, so we can catch any unexpected error. And inside try here, just let's const res equal, this is just a variable, then await, and then axios dot get, and then we need to use this URL for the server or for endpoint for product's endpoint. Then the product ID, which will be product ID, the one that we initiated here on the top, this product ID here. And then after we can add this query called populate, so we can get all the product data including the images equal star, so that means return anything inside this product. And then So at the end here, we need to update this product state. If you see here, we have this initial product state is empty, or empty is curly braces. So we can call this, and this rest will have data, and inside another data variable, we can structuring that by using this approach: data, then colon, then data. So that means object inside another object called data, and then we pass that down to product or set product, so that will update initial product state. And then after here, inside the error, we can just console log any errors, unexpected errors. So just let's call the error here, and let's just wrap it with this curly braces. So this is a fetch product. So we need to call this function, and to do that, basically this should be done in use effect. Let me create another use effect here. And this should be called only when the component is mounted again. So let's add this empty square bracket and then call this function. And again, we need to call this function only when this product ID exists. For example, where this product here, for example, if not exists, then this will fail and fire an error. Let's just add a condition here. Well, if product ID exists, then try call this function. Let's save that. As you see, this here error again is telling us to include this function inside use effect. Let's just add that inside here, but outside the condition. And also let's asking for this product ID. Let's add that down here, and that now the error is gone or went away. So now let's try to return something from this function. So we need to return this state we created here on the top. We need to return this so we can access them inside this index file, and then using that data. Let's start by product. Let me just undo this. Handle quantity change. So now we have access to that, and now if we go to this index file and try to call that custom hook here by using this use product view, and that will do auto import for you here. And if we save that, let's try copy that data we just passed here, or these functions and variables, and let's destructuring them here. Let's see why this is erroring. We need to call this, update this index to the function or to this directory name, which will be product view. So that now fixing the error. Now if we try to console log, here's for example products, this list of products or this products data. Let's go to the browser and try again. That now we have a list of errors. So that complain about this import. Let's just try make sure I added this correctly. We need to just this should be import from React. And now if we save it and go again, reload, let's open the console log or inspect, and from here we can see the data coming back from the server. So that now we have this list of products, but we are looking for product. We have all the console log here. Let's try comment that out. If we go to home, just comment out this console log here, and let's try clear this, reload the page, and now we have only product, and product is empty, and we have an error here. Let's see what's that. So if you see, if we come to this use here, the error for this should be /product. So also we miss another thing. So this should be API /products, and try again, so that now we have product. That single product data is coming through now. So let's try to display that data here. So if we go back again to index file, now we have all the data. Let's try display that at the bottom here instead of this empty div. Before that, we missed one of this state we didn't return, which is this set select color. Let's pass that down to here. Let's return that here at the end, and also let's import it here inside this index file. So then here, let's first try and make a condition. If product is not exist, then try return null. So if not exists, return null. If exists, then try just destructuring these attributes from product. Let's create array of quantity from this product, so that we create an array of this product quantity. For example, if this quantity is 10, we'll create an array of 10 indexes starting from 0 until 10. And so then at the end here, let's start removing this and open this parenthesis, and then we are going to use card component or React Strap card component. It would be import here and just close it. Let's add a class name for this. We are going to use it later for styling, call it product details. Then inside here, let's use also row component. This for the layout, also it imports from React Strap, and we'll use a column also called React Strap, and this column for the image, to wrap the image at small screen, it would be 12 or taking the full width, and in mid or medium to large screen, it will be around 4. Let me just make a string. Then inside here, let's display the card component. So this will be similar to card component we have it inside this product. Let's just copy this here and come back again here. Let's use that. That's the same image we created in the previous tutorial. So just we need to import this card image component from React Strap here, and then this would be the alt. Now we'll leave that empty string and then just save. So just I'm going to change this image URL because it's going to be dynamic. So we are going to call this get image function we created earlier, so we can pass down the color, the selected color, so to get a specific image related to that color. If you remember earlier, we created this function. It will filter the image using the image color. So now we added that. Let's add another column, and this column where we display the body data. And also this column will have this props on a small screen will be 12, and on large or from mid screen to large screen will be 8. So basically this forces will be 8. The total is 12. And inside, let's call the card product or the card body component. And then inside this card body, we'll add a card title component. And inside the card title, basically we'll display just the product name. Then we'll have a product, we'll add a card text component, and inside the card text component we'll just display the product description. Then we'll use card subtitle to display the product price, and because we need to display the price to look strong, we are going to use HTML strong element and adding this price here just to show this title, and then the price will be next to it. And then after the price, basically we need to display the quantity, and this also we are going to use a card title or card subtitle. So this will display the number of quantity, and then just this text after or next to it, it's called items left. For example, 10 items, this would be 10 then items left. And save this, and then next. Let's open a div here, and then inside this div, let's add a card subtitle to display the size. Card subtitle component. So this is where we can display a list of sizes just down here, and then let's open another div here, And inside this div, let's just add before that, let's add a class here, call it sizes, so we can use it later for styling. Then inside here, let's call the attribute sizes. And because sizes is an array, we are going to map over these sizes, and then we display this item for each size. And then we are going to display a span element, and inside this span we are going to display the size.name. So the size will be an object, and that object has a key called name. Then for this size we are going to pass the React these props called key, so this to improve the rendering performance, and this will be the size itself. This has to be unique, as the size is unique here. Be size.name, and then we need to pass next a class, so we can add a styling later for this span. So this class basically will be the active, so that we can see the active state for this size when you select the different sizes. So basically here we need to add this backtick, and then we need to add $sign curly braces if selected size is equal to this size dot name. Try to return active class. Otherwise, try to return nothing. Just return this empty double quotes. And then next, after this class name, let's add a new line here. Then inside, we need to add on click. When you click on this element, then need to call select size, or let's call this callback function first, and then try call select size or set select size. This one here, set select size, so we can update the size that is selected. And then we need to pass size dot name. So this for the size. So similar approach we need to do for the color, or for different image colors. And here, instead of sizes, will be selected colors or selected color. And then to display the selected color, basically already we have a variable here called selected color. Let's just use that selected color variable, and then try display it on this here bracket. And then instead of this sizes class name, let's just call it colors. We can use it later for styling. And this instead of sizes will be dot colors, and this instead of size will be color. And again here, instead of size dot name will be color dot name. And let's change this too, because similar data structure. So, and even to display here, instead of displaying this name, we need to display an image. So we don't need to display a text, so this will be a difference. So we are going to use just normal HTML image element, and this would be the alt basically will be the color dot name. Let's just open this curly bracket, and then dot name, and the source will be similar to this image source here we have. Let's just take that and modify this source here. Let's just add that here. And here, because instead of this selected color, we know the color basically will be this color dot name. And now if we save that is wrapping both. Let's just collapse this one. And after this, we need to add the quantity. And quantity, basically we can use this React strap select elements. This here basically would be this one, this here, this group. Let's use this group and then just modify this. And inside here, so let's save this. We need to change this, instead of select to selected item or items. And then we need to import this form group component, and also to import label component. This will be to import and also input component. If you see that already is imported here on the top. And instead of all this number here, I'm going to use this variable we initiated earlier called quantity array of numbers. So basically here, let's open a curly braces, quantity dot map, and this will be return a number, then call this callback function and return this option. And inside this option, let's add a key for React rendering performance, and this will be the number. A number will be unique in this scenario, and then try display here this number. And then we need to call also on change inside on change here inside. Let's see this inside the select. Let's change even this name to call it selected quantity or just quantity. And then here on change, let's add on change listener. And on change listener basically will call this handle quantity change function. Let's pass that down here. Let's add also value to this. Value will be the selected color or the selected quantity. And let's add that here. So now if we save this, then at the end, after this closing this tab, let's add the button, which will be the last component from React Strap, and then the text will be just add to basket, and the color will be primary. If you just save this one, let's try save it and go to the browser and see what we have. Seems there is an error in this use product view line 21, and this is about get images, and the color is not passing the correct color. And when we initiate the default color here, so this will return actually an object, so should be dot name for size and for color, both of them. We missed that earlier. Dot name, and save that. Try reload again. Let's go back again to home page and select different one, so that now we see the all products coming through. Basically, if we go back again, try select this product and scroll down, select this product. We need to add some styling here, so to prevent this happening, let's go back and try add some CSS. For the CSS, I just added this CSS quickly so not to make the tutorial longer than should be. So basically just as simple CSS you can go over, and if you find anything that's not clear, let me know in the comment section, so I will show you everything. If we reload the page and now navigate to product page, so now we see that is here the product page, and also we need to actually update. If you go back again, I missed to update this function here on this. Instead for colors, instead of select size, should be select color, because we just duplicated the select size code, and we forgot to update this. If we just save that and try to reload and try to select different colors, so they should be changed depending on the color available. And also you can change the number of the quantities that you need to select, and also should displaying the details of this product. And if you come back again here, try to select different one, this one, and here, so you can navigate to different colors, and also you can select different quantity. Seems also still we're missing some classes here for this this select quantity, so we should add this class name. Let's just add a class name called quantity, and if we save it, come back again, you see that now become a bit smaller. So there's a class, active class is added. So that is, so now we can navigate to different pages, and we can also select different colors, and we can navigate to product details page, and we can see colors, and also we can select quantity, and we can select sizes. Next tutorial basically will be when you press on this add to basket, this will allow you to add this to the basket, and then next after then we can do the checkout. Thank you for watching, and see you in very next tutorial.